Hey everyone, been a while since I did a video. It's February 14th. I guess that's Valentine's Day. I don't pay attention to that. I haven't got a girlfriend these days. Anyway, just wanted to update you. The wood stove is in. It's not installed yet. That's why I'm doing the video. I'm going to get the pipes and connectors and all that for it today. So I think Stefan's going to be here between, what's today again? It's Tuesday, so he's supposed to be here Saturday, but sounded like he wanted me to pick the parts up earlier, and maybe he's showing up earlier. Maybe he has a break in the his construction schedule. So I got to do a bit of cleaning in there. The bricks all look like they're in good shape. I'm going to have to replace this window. And it needs new you know, the stuff that goes around. I don't know what I call it. I just know it's like rope, and then we put this goo on it. So yeah, Goldie, you're going to be able to, well, we'll have to move that heater, but you cats are going to love once we get this baby started. Well, that's a good heat there. So anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. So we're heading out. In other news, my clutch basket for my Grizzly is here. So I'm gonna go down to my mom's and pick that up. And sorry. Gonna deliver that over to the dealership, and then we're gonna head over to Timber Mart. I gotta pick up my mother's pills at the pharmacy, and yeah, so let's see if I can drive myself to the poorhouse buying these stove parts. Boy, am I happy. And it's supposed to get colder next week, so I'll have the wood stove. So I gotta go now. I gotta go pick up some wood because everything here is in the back where I can't get at it because I didn't, you know, nothing was happening with my wood stove, right? So anyway, we're not gonna panic about it. I do, you know, do stuff in the logging stuff and firewood, so I'm just gonna go over to the the logging yard. You guys, I've spoken of this before, and leave that screen open. It's cooler today, but anyway, happy squirrels. I hadn't been able to feed them, and all that stuff that you see there is all just shells that they buried. Hey Marvin, where you going, buddy? Hey, a little bit of blood here the other day. You guys got into some battle, eh? Is that Marvin? Has he got the chewed up ear on the one side? I think that's him. Yeah, that's him. Hey buddy. He comes up to the door, and when I don't come out early enough for him, he's all happy with his peanut. He's just wanting to show off. This is the newcomer over there. I don't know who he is. And Martha, well, she lives under here. Haven't seen her. So, but anyway, you all proud of that peanut, eh, Marvin? Yeah. Where are you gonna hide that one? Oh. Well, looks like you got a tail that's been chewed on me. That's going to give you a nickname. You don't know me that well, so you're still scared. Marvin, he don't give a shit. Here I am, 260 pounds in this little 5-ounce squirrel, you know. Anyhow, so we're headed over down to me mom's. I got to get some kind of thing to put the camera in the truck, so it's, I mean, I used to have a thing, but I guess I'm gonna have to look on, what do you call it, Amazon, and see if I can discover, make sure I got my phone.
A lot of shit later on in the program. They were more quiet a lot of places. For this isn't.
Oh, great.
Lexington wasn't trained on acrobatic
Where's
wrestling,
that damn
and any
thing?
fan from 10 or 15 years
I can't
ago that might
shut
tune into
Jim Cornette up here.
Like, what is
Come
this,
on,
kids
Jim.
Wrestling?
Well, the other thing I was going to say,
As soon as I get near this truck,
he looks like the illegitimate son of Jimmy Del Rey. Next,
everything lights up from my cell phone and the computer and stuff in here or whatever. It's fucking wild, man. I gotta figure out how to not have it not have it start automatically. Fuck. And look at this. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see the height, but I mean, I'm literally having to crawl up into the truck. Holy fuck, Dodge. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, fuck, man. Like, you know, when I was like 30 years old, they would have just laughed at that, but now it's like, yeah, I gotta get up in that thing. Anyway, for all the UFO stuff, you know, one of the reasons I got this truck was because I want to go to the Nahanni Valley this summer in the Yukon, spend a couple of weeks camping and fishing there, and I don't want to have a truck that's not suitable for running the roads that I can out west. Because as I said in the UFO stuff, like, that's some pretty heavy duty territory, so you don't want to be fucking around with a little Toyota car or some bullshit like that. So anyway, head down to Mom's and go pick up the clutch basket. Got here early. Thank you, Alberta Motorsports. Definitely will be talking to you guys again. Oh, there's mail from my mother too. Okay. I'll bet nobody's skidoo. Oh, wait a minute. Is there skidoo tracks in our swamp? No, I thought there was. Last time the neighbor came by, he asked if he could cross the swamp because he'd nailed a deer, and because it had snowed early that year, and I said, oh yeah, go ahead. So we went across. I warned him though. I mean, this swamp here is like, what the fuck is this? Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I mean, you can see open water over there, but I mean, you'll sink up to your waist in there. You know, even in the summer when there's not as much water. There hasn't been as much water, but now this year's been lots. But the big deal about this is that you should hear the frogs when we have a big year when the frogs have been breeding. Oh man, what a sound. You could literally sleep next to it. Well, we did. And my mother still does. I hear them from my end of the property because there's along the border of the other end of the property where I am is swamp between me and the neighbor. So, well, it's not right. Like, I've got, you know, there's land and stuff. Oh, there's my mother. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Well, I'm back. I didn't want to put my mother on film or whatever, so this is not her thing. She's, you know, she's 81 and she's getting forgetful and things, so I don't want to put that on camera or anything like that. I mean, it's not terrible or nothing. It's just, you know, my mother is growing up here in the bush, you know, obviously for 80 years, and you know, it's kind of like very, very private. A lot of everybody out here is like that. So anyway, part of the reason why we all live out here instead of in the city. But it's a beautiful day. I can't believe it. This is February the 14th. It should be like minus 20 Celsius, and it's plus 9 Celsius. I don't know if you can see all that, but plus 9. All right, I'm back. Well, I wasn't able to get all the stove parts I need from Timber Mart. The thing that goes, like when you drill the hole in your wall, there's a piece that you need that's like where the pipe goes through, and it's insulated all around it, and then it's got the big mounting plate on one side and then the other mounting plate that goes on the other side, and of course the hole goes through the wall, and then it's insulated so that, you know, your pipe isn't touching anything on the wall to burn it or anything. It gets too hot. And so I was able to get everything but that, and I had a cap, you know, so the birds don't get in on the top. I wasn't able to get one of those, and I run out of money now. So I'm gonna get Stefan to still come and install. He can still drill the hole. We'll just stuff it with some temporary insulation. And once I have some more money come in, well, then I'll go buy the last 2 parts. The other part that I need, the thing for the wall, is that Home Depot. Yeah, Home Depot and Carlton Place, which is where my worker, but the guy I hire, my friend Stefan, to, that's where he lives. The guy that does the work around my place. One of them, anyway. So anyway, I'll just get him to pick that up, and then he can pick up the 2 pieces for me, and then that'll be everything we need for the wood stove. So, but I may have to wait till the end of the month when my pension comes in, because I really don't have the money. And my ATV is supposed to be ready by tomorrow, which I was shocked to hear. But again, it's money, so it'll have to wait till the end of the month for sure. Unless I get some firewood out. So probably can do that. I might have some money sitting over at the logging yard. I haven't checked. I just actually texted Jamie to ask him. Okay, he's not sure. Crystal, his wife that does the books, she's in a meeting right now. Okay, well, that's fine. Would have been handier when I was in the village. I could have gone to his place, but that's not happening. What's all these little dots? Oh, I think I know what those dots are. That's pine sap, because everything is warm. I thought it was like new little chips through the windshield. Hey? Anyways, I don't know if I should pass this guy or not. He's one of my neighbors, I think. There's a car coming, so I'm not going to pass him now. But I'm definitely going to pass him after. See him, he hits the pedal, eh? I think I can't notice that but it's like his exhaust, because it's an old truck and it's burning oil. What an asshole. I don't think I know him. If he knew me, he wouldn't do it. So, anyway. So I got, I picked up my mother's pills and everything. Oh yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the ATV. So anyway, I'll still have time to go ice fishing with it when I get it back by the end, on the 27th when my CPP comes in, so I can pick it up that day. I think that's a Friday. So anyway, I'll pick it up that day and I go ice fishing the next day, and we'll go to Green Lake and do some trout, because trout doesn't close on the 1st. So walleye does though. I think pike. God, I gotta go check the FMZ rules again. I've forgotten them. Perch, I think we're okay. Of course, there's no bass until the end of May. Actually, in the middle of June. Walleye won't be back till May 10th around that time. Fuck. I don't know. I gotta check now. I know for sure Rainbow is open at Green Lake, and that's not far from the camp. So, and I know Chris wants to go there for sure too. So, we talked about doing the top end on the ATV. He's going to check the compression, but he didn't think it needed doing. He says, but if we're going to do it, I said, well, not now. I said, maybe. What's this now? I got an email or something. Maybe, in September or something, or when I want to take it with me to my camping trip to Sabo and my camping trip to the Yukon. So anyway, sometime in October, or maybe during harvest, because I don't really go or do anything during weed harvest, so because I got to get all that done. So then I'll bring it in, and I said, we'll just do a proper top end job. We'll bore it out, new piston, new rings, check the bottom end, make sure that's all good and solid, and that'll be that. So I won't have to fuck around with it again for quite some time. I mean, the frame needs painting. It needs some new parts, like, you know, but just pretty parts, you know, like I got one of my bars on it are bent, and I can just unbolt it and replace it, things like that. So, but at least as long as it's running good, the transmission is good in it, so I'm not going to worry about the small stuff. I'll just be happy to have it on the road. Still 9 Celsius out. Nobody can believe it. I think I already said my friend is Kevin Locke he's already tapping maple trees. He's got the lines drilled into the trees, and he's got a 5-gallon pail, and then he's got the line running down into the pail. It's so hilarious. I mean, it's a neat, interesting way to do it, but like, I'm going, it's the middle of fucking February. I said, well, how's the sap run? He says, coming out like a faucet in the house. And I'm like, Jesus. I said, well, it's supposed to go back cold next week, and he thinks that's going to be better. And I'm like, hey, man, the way this winter's gone, I said, I've been telling Jamie this at the logging company, because we haven't been able to get the logs off the ground because of the ground being too soft with the warm winter. And I said, you watch. I said, March is going to be completely arse backwards. It's going to be minus 20 Celsius, snow every day like it's supposed to be in January, February. Mark my words. Okay? I was wrong about this winter, because I said that about this winter being a harsh and cold one, and it isn't. Even out in Yukon, I mean, minus 25 Celsius, okay, you know, but I mean, it's usually a lot colder than that. I bring that up again because of the UFO thing, but anyway, yeah, so he's like laughing. He says, well, the only problem is then we have half loads. And I'm like, oh, fuck, you know, I mean, I knew that. And I'm like, yeah, figures, eh? I said, well, worst case scenario, at least you can get the logs all off the ground into one place, slash them, use a slasher to put them all proper lengths, and then when half loads are off, well, just start stacking them on the truck and bringing them up. That's, what else can we do? So that's not how we're supposed to do it, but I mean, the weather just not cooperated this year. So, yeah, look how beautiful it is out today. Not a cloud in the sky. +9, oh, down to +8 Celsius now. 8 and 8 is 16, add 30, so that's 46 Fahrenheit. I can't believe how fast the snow is leaving. I'm just not sanguine that winter's over. Well, I mean, it's not over. I mean, it's good and cold next week, but there's no snow in the forecast. It's supposed to rain, I think, tomorrow or Thursday. And so, I mean, like, that's +8 or +9 they're calling for there. A day of rain is gonna, fuck, that snow be near gone, except for the snowbanks. So, depending on what day that Woodstove is ready, I guess I'll have to go have either Jamie bring over a trailer or load the back of the pickup truck here. It'll carry, well, if it was completely full, it would carry one face cord, but I won't fill it all the way up to the top. I'll barely need to burn it during the day if the temperatures are like now I got the screen door, you know, the glass doors are open and the screen door open at the trailer, you know, so letting in fresh air. I turned off the heat. It'd be cool in there, but I mean, nothing crazy. And with the sun on the trailer at the camp here, it warms it up like a beer can laying on its side in the yard. So, well, my mother can relax now. She's got her blood pressure pills for the next 3.5 years. I'm kidding. She panics and, like, you know, she's always been the sky is falling kind of person. Drives me batty, because I'm not. I used to be when I was younger, and then I'm like, no, fuck this. The world's gonna do whatever it's gonna do, and I got no say in any of it, except for what I do for myself. And that's all I need to worry about. So, and I can take care of my own business good enough, thank you. So, I probably can upload though a lot more often, eh, guys? Anyway. Alrighty. had anything to eat yet today. I'm gonna have to have something to eat, maybe some peanut butter on a slice of bread, one of my favorite things to do with my next coffee, because I've only had the one coffee. So no, that's a lie, I've had 2 coffees. I had one. This Keurig machine just kills me because it makes such great coffee. I've had one Starbucks French roast and one of Bob Marley's cousins live up dark strong coffee. Totally 2 different tastes, but oh, are they ever good. So this here, you guys probably seen this before, but this is the other end of the property. When I get that ATV, we're going to take a ride up to that shed I was talking about. We're going to start camping in that shed. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.